Sefton's Lost Voices is a project that records people in the early stages of memory loss. The idea is twofold really. The first one is to share their memories with family and friends so that the person who's recorded can relive and reimagine their histories. They can keep going back to it with family and friends and help reconnect families. And the second side of the project is for the library service itself. We're using the oral histories to create a bank of memories that people can come in and listen to, and it can help students who are studying social history, for example. It's an invaluable source of local history and a very colourful source for that.
Often people will want to talk at some length about things that have happened to them in their earlier life, and I think to capture those, particularly for the people in the family and perhaps for youngsters, I think that intergenerational approach is fantastic, and to be able to give them a CD or whatever at the end of the day that they can keep. The feedback that we've had from the people we work with so far is what a great idea.
One person, a veteran actually, shared with us that he'd taken his memories to his family. He didn't really connect with his family very well. He lived in a home and his family lived far away. He'd sent the recording to them, and his 13-year-old grandson had listened to the recording, and suddenly his grandfather had become not this old man who sat in a chair in a corner in a nursing home, but a vibrant young man on the front line in Palestine. And they started to reconnect and started to talk again. And since then, the grandson now visits the grandfather. So that's a wonderful example of how this can reconnect families.
I think it's quite empowering. It makes them feel they're not left behind, because sometimes coming into a residential place, you become not quite as important in society's eyes. That's how they may think it. It's helped the staff to understand more thoroughly the people's backgrounds, and it's a great education tool. So we're actually caring for the whole person, not just the medical condition. So to understand the whole person and how they've got to this stage in their life, it can be very helpful.
Some of the people I worked with were members of groups, community groups or the veterans groups, but other people have been on their own, living on their own, and you know, they do get lonely, and they're so glad to see you when you turn up, and you know, tea and cakes are offered and lots of chatting before you manage to get round to doing your interview, which is great, and they've obviously enjoyed it immensely.
From a library service point of view, it demonstrates the versatility of the library service. We're not just a place where books are lent. We're a community venue, and we offer community advice, we offer community activities, and we're moving forward, pushing forward the council's dementia strategy.
What we're doing at the moment is working on a number of different things around people with dementia, and whether that's staff coming into our groups to talk to people, whether it's about the very local memory walks as well, and whether it's perhaps as well about more strategic things around the Dementia Action Alliance and how we can be working together across the borough to make everywhere more dementia friendly.
From the library's point of view, we've now got this oral history archive that we can share, so we can use it for our reminiscence sessions, and we're also going to put them in our memory boxes as well.